Well, hello there. Let's start today's vlog with some slalom action. And that, guys, is exactly how you feel when you don't do slalom sailing for a while, but only foiling, because there hasn't been so much wind lately. But yeah, that was definitely a really good day. But today we wanted to talk about foiling again, and I have two foil boards right here, one of which is my slalom foil board and the other one is the course racing foil board. And these two are really completely different, you can see it already. And I want to show you a little bit the differences, and let's just address the elephant in the room right away, because this board is literally our elephant. I mean, look at this chunky tail compared to this. I mean, this is just so narrow. First of all, this board is 1 meter wide. I use this for course racing, meaning we're going up and downwind courses, so we're trying to go really high angles against the wind and then go really low downwind. And in slalom we use this, and we're pretty much going on a reach. We're also doing a downwinder, but we're doing a reaching course pretty much on maybe a slight downwind, but we're not trying to do extreme angles as we are with a board like this. This is 1 meter wide, this is 90 centimeter wide, 91 centimeters according to PWA rules. Why is this board so big? I mean, it's huge. And if you remember, guys, a while back, I think about a year or two ago, we had a really strange prototype, which actually looked kind of similar to this board. I'm going to show you right now what that looked like. And I was wondering, like, is this the future of windsurfing? And I mean, looking at what we have now, it kind of became the future of windsurfing. It's not exactly the same, obviously, but it's heavily going in that kind of direction of boards. And guys, I just want you to get an understanding of how thick this tail really is. I mean, look at this compared to this. This board literally looks like it swallowed this board. I mean, look at, I'm gonna show you underneath, but just to get a scale, maybe, babe, can you just step there? Like, let's compare the tails, because this is really chunky. She already has a chunky ass, right, babe? You have a chunky ass. This is much smaller than that ass, and that is a beast. That ass here is definitely chunkier than that one. This part of the board is literally what this board is. I mean, and you might wonder why we have it so wide. And that's something I'm gonna explain you today on the water, because we're gonna go on the water now and test this beast out. I'm gonna take you with me. Let's go. So today we are at our local lake again, Lake Selent, and I have a testing partner today, which is Fabi, and he also just received his new 1 meter wide course racing foil board. And the other day I did a tour around the island of Fehmarn, which is about 130 kilometers of distance. It was very interesting, and I actually chose the exact wrong board over there, as I chose the slalom board. Well, anyway, let's just cut to that day so you can see what I did. Right now we're on the way to the island of Fehmarn. We can't actually go to the other side of the island because of tourism restrictions pretty much. So we found this beach here. It's the bridge. The problem is there's some massive rocks right here in the water. It's gonna be quite a walk with a foil. Don't want to hit those. Now the question is which board I'm gonna take. I have the slalom foil board, or I have the up and downwind foil board. So I think most of the way is actually not up and downwind, so more like a reach. Maybe I could go with the slalom board. So this is Malte. Hello. He had the idea last night, spontaneously, to go around this island. Alright guys, I'm ready to go. I decided to go with my slalom board, and yeah, 9-0. Let's get this going. These 2 marks here are gonna be my start and finish marks now. So I think the sketchiest part will be pretty much right in the beginning. So if something goes wrong, I got my phone with me here. If something goes wrong, guys, we're gonna drift right towards Denmark. I think I caught some seaweed too, so I'm gonna try to get it off real quick. Woo, much better. All right, here we go. So it's probably a bit windier outside, but also the risk is a bit higher if you're offshore wind far out by yourself. Obviously, this is not something you should try at home. I'm equipped with my phone and got somebody else with me that's doing the same thing. You should be a little further. Don't do this at home, guys. Behind me, you can see 3 big sky scrapers. Getting gusty here, so this is my time to get further out. And I also got to consider to round this peak, this cape over there, by quite a bit, just to be sure to not hit any stones, as the wind should drop close to 0. Should drop. It's already getting less, so gotta make a big circle around it. Right now it's getting really windy. It's right next to that cape. Woo! Really gusty wind. Really gusty. I almost stopped foiling here. That's how light it is in the lows. Oh shit. And got a strong gust again. Woo! Man, this is like a roller coaster ride. Fucking windy! So this is the point where it's getting really physical. Like I said, the sport's obviously not the upwind machine, so I have to stand in a position that is not 100% comfortable, so I can start feeling it in my back. Got a ground speed of 90 knots right now. 90 knots upwind speed. Whew, guys, this was a crazy trip. Of course the camera went off at some point. I should have not put it at the boom end so I can switch it on and off. So yeah, I couldn't record the whole trip, but once we went around the north side of the island, the wind died completely and we had to go so much up and down wind. The wind died. It's about 3 knots now and I went 103 kilometers already. So didn't have that much longer to go, but yeah, the wind is pretty much. And I was just wishing I had taken my course racing foil board, because this one was just hurting so much in the back with a narrow tail. So that's definitely a conclusion. Next time, these kind of trips, definitely with a course racing board. It took us about 5 hours, 4 hours and 50 minutes I did. I overtook Malte at some point, who's just coming back right now. He's cheering that he made it. Good, nice. We got Fabi here, guys, who finally also has this 1 meter wide foil board. Finally. The last times he always sailed with a 91 centimeter wide board, but today he's gonna try his new one. Let's see how it goes. Hey guys, so the wind is quite light. And if you're wondering why I am talking to my hand, that's because I have the microphone here. Today I'm taking you with me on board. I want to tell you a little bit about this board and tell you why this board exactly is so wide and so massive, just almost like a sailboat. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Always fun windsurfing content here, lots of things to learn. So subscribe right now and switch the notification bell on, otherwise you're gonna miss a lot. Actually, I just saw that a lot of you guys don't have the notification bell on, so you might miss actually on many videos that I'm uploading. So make sure you switch that on so you get notified right away once there's a new video. And right now, over there, that's Fabi, and I'm gonna go downwind over to him. Big cutouts allow for very early planing. Push the sail, sink the sail into the water. I hope you can hear me well, by the way. I hope the audio is kind of okay. The wind is not too loud. And if you don't have those cutouts and a lot of volume in the back of the board, you're not going to be able to make the tail of the board sink and activate the wings, which these cutouts really help with. But now still the question is, why do you make the board so wide in the first place? Why not just bringing the board tail as narrow as the cutouts are? And the reason behind that is that in order to go very extreme angles upwind, we need a lot of leverage, so we want to press the wing down, and by physics, the further we stand outside, the more leverage we can bring on those wings, and that allows us to go faster and higher into the wind. Yeah, it's really comfortable also compared to the narrow board, because you don't need as much effort and physical strength to press the wing down. So you can see, for example, now I'm on a downwind and I'm going to shoot upwind now, and you can see how much leverage I can put on the tail. Probably you can imagine that when the tail is narrower, I can't put as much leverage and turn as tight, and same goes for the angle into the wind. Something else that makes this board stand out from other boards are the insanely sharp rails, and when you touch the water, you really hardly lose any speed, you know. It's a little more advanced, a little bit more, you know, if you have round rails, it's very forgiving, but it makes it break a little bit, and with these rails, it's just... By the way, look at those rails. These are the rails I was talking about. They're like really, really sharp. Fabi, how was it for you the first time on a big board?
I was much more controlled than the 91 and like really comfy on it.
It's good, comfortable.
Yeah.
Because I'm already used to it. Already last season I used this really wide board, but for him it was actually the first time on a wide board. And yeah, like you said, it's more comfortable. Earlier planing also?
Well, I can't tell, because it was like for a long time the first time on the 9.0 sail, so okay. I can't tell you.
Okay, we don't know, but I think it planes earlier. And is the performance better?
I think I went faster because I had much more control and I wasn't bouncing that much on the water.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think so too. I also think it was faster. I hope you got a little bit of an insight there of why this board, yeah, such a monster. And I hope you guys like that onboard commentary. If you did, make sure to let me know in the comments. And yeah, I think that is it from this week. Make sure to tune in again next Sunday, because we're gonna do another tutorial about better control in chop and waves. You guys asked for it. Actually, I asked you if you wanted to see it, and a lot of you guys let me know in the comments that you want to. So yeah, there are definitely more tutorials coming. We're gonna film a few. Maybe Ole is gonna come along. So yeah, that's super exciting. Make sure you guys tune in again next Sunday. Leave a like if you liked the onboard commentary and my insight of this board. And I would say see you in the next one. Bye guys.